Number 111 is the common carotid artery. Number 112 is the common sinus of the carotid. 113 is the internal carotid artery. 115 is the external carotid artery. Number 114 is the ophthalmic artery. 116 is the superior thyroid artery. 117 is the ascending pharyngeal artery. 118 is the lingual artery. So 119 is the facial artery, and it's in 3 different places. So it's right here, and then it's right here on the mandible, and then turning it around, it's right here. 120 is the ascending palatine artery. 121 is the submental artery. 122 is the inferior labial artery. 123 is the superior labial artery. 124 is the angular artery. 125 is the occipital artery, and it's in a couple different places, so it's right here. And then it's also right here. 126 is the posterior auricular artery, and it's also in a couple different places, so it's right here. And then it's also right here. 127 is the maxillary artery. 128 is the middle meningeal artery. 129 is the inferior alveolar artery. 130 is the mylohyoid artery. 131 is the mental artery. 132 is the incisive artery. 133 is the masseteric artery. 134 is the pterygoid artery. 135 is the deep temporal artery. 136 is the buccal artery. 137 is the PSA artery. 138 is the descending palatine artery. 139 is the GP artery. 140 is the LP artery. 141 is the IO artery. 142 is the ASA artery. 143 is the MSA artery. 144 is the sphenopalatine artery. 145 is the nasopalatine artery. 146 is the superficial temporal artery, and it's in a couple different places, so it's here on the skull, and then it is up here on the neck. 147 is the transverse facial artery. 148 is the middle temporal artery. 149 is the frontal branch of the superficial temporal artery. 150 is the parietal branch of the superficial temporal artery. 151 is the internal jugular vein. 152 is the facial vein, and it's in a couple different places also, so it's right here on the neck. And then on the mandible, it is right here, and then it kind of goes up through the face. 153 is the submental vein. 154 is the inferior labial vein. 155 is the superior labial vein. 156 is the angular vein. 157 is the supraorbital vein. 158 is this dot right here. It's not labeled very well, but it's these two veins right here, and they're the ophthalmic veins. 159 is the lingual vein, and then the lingual vein is also right here. 160 is the superior thyroid vein. 161 is the cavernous venous vein, or sinus. 162 is the PSA vein. 163 is the pterygoid venous plexus. 164 is the maxillary vein. I messed up. It's not supposed to be light blue. It's supposed to just be a dark blue. But this is also in a couple different places, so it's here on the neck, and then it's here on the mandible. 165 is the IA vein. 166 is the mental vein. 167 is the superficial temporal vein, and it's right here on the neck. And then on the skull, it's right here. Goes up. 168 is the deep facial vein. 169 is back here, and it's the emissary veins right here. 170 is the retromandibular vein. That vein is also right here on the neck. 171 is the external jugular vein, and it kind of goes up all the way up here. 171A is the occipital vein. 171B is the posterior auricular vein. 171C is the anterior jugular vein. It goes down here. And then going on to glands, 172 is the lacrimal gland. 173 is the parotid gland. And 173A is Stenson's duct. 174 is the submandibular gland, and 174A is Wharton's duct. 175 is the sublingual gland, and 175A is Bartholin's duct. And lastly, the thyroid gland.